There comes a time in almost everyone's life when the world feels like a maze. A maze where every turn leads to a dead end, where the paths are blurry, and where the destination is nowhere in sight. You might be feeling that way right now, lost, confused, wondering what you're supposed to be doing. Maybe you've been chasing a dream, but it feels like you're getting nowhere. Maybe you've been following a path that others set for you, only to realize it doesn't make you happy. Or maybe you don't even know what you want at all, just floating through life, waiting for something to change. If this sounds familiar, then stay with me. Because you are not alone, and no matter how lost you feel right now, there is a way forward. The illusion of being lost. The first thing to understand is that feeling lost is not a sign that something is wrong with you. It's not a failure. It's not a mistake. In fact, it might be the most important part of your journey. Think about it. If you were on a road trip and suddenly realized you had no idea where you were, what would you do? You'd probably stop, check your map, maybe ask for directions, and then keep going. But in life, we panic. We assume that being lost means we're falling behind, that we're failing, that everyone else has it figured out while we're stuck in uncertainty. But that's not true. Feeling lost is actually a sign of growth. It means you're questioning things. You're reevaluating your path. You're on the verge of discovery. What if, instead of seeing this moment as a crisis, you saw it as an opportunity, the pressure to have it all figured out? From a young age, we are fed a timeline: go to school, get good grades, find a stable job, buy a house, settle down, and everything will be fine. Society makes it seem like if you follow these steps, life will make sense. But life doesn't work like that. Some people find their passion at 15, others at 50. Some people know what they want from the start, others figure it out after years of trial and error. There is no single path. There is no right age to have everything figured out. And yet, the world around us tells a different story. Social media shows us people who seem to have their dream lives. Friends and family might ask, "So, what's your plan?" And when we don't have an answer, it feels like we're failing. But here's something important to remember. Comparison is the thief of joy. You are not behind. You are not failing. You are simply on a different path. How to navigate this phase of life? So what do you do when you feel lost? How do you find direction when nothing makes sense? 1. Stop searching for the perfect path. Many people feel lost because they are waiting for the perfect answer. They want a clear sign, a guaranteed formula for success, a path with no risks. But life doesn't work that way. Instead of waiting for the perfect path, start experimenting, try new things, explore different interests, take small steps in different directions. Sometimes, clarity comes from action, not overthinking. 2. Focus on the next small step. When you feel lost, thinking about the big picture can be overwhelming. Instead of trying to figure out your entire future, just focus on the next small step. What is one thing you can do today that moves you forward? It could be reading a book on a topic that interests you, taking an online course, talking to someone who inspires you, learning a new skill. One small step at a time, and before you know it, you'll start to see a direction forming. 3. Let go of the fear of making the wrong choice. One of the biggest reasons people feel stuck is fear. Fear of failure, fear of making the wrong decision, fear of wasting time. But here's the truth: every experience teaches you something. Even if you take a path that doesn't work out, you'll gain valuable lessons. You'll learn more about yourself, your strengths, and what you truly want. No decision is ever wasted. The only wasted time is spent doing nothing at all. 4. Reconnect with yourself. Sometimes, feeling lost isn't about the external world, it's about losing touch with yourself. We spend so much time consumed by distractions, social media, news, other people's opinions, that we forget to listen to our own voice. Take time to reconnect. Spend time alone. Journal your thoughts. Meditate. Go for a walk without your phone. Ask yourself deep questions. What excites me? What kind of life do I want to live? What am I naturally drawn to? If there were no expectations, what would I do? Your intuition already knows the answers. You just need to listen. 5. Remember that no one has it all figured out. It's easy to look at successful people and think they had a perfect plan. But if you dig deeper, you'll find that most of them had moments of uncertainty. They changed careers, failed multiple times, took risks, and struggled with doubt. Nobody has it all figured out. The difference is, some people keep moving forward despite the uncertainty, and you can too, moving forward with confidence. So, where do you go from here? First, take a deep breath. Remind yourself that feeling lost is temporary. It is not a permanent state. Second, embrace the unknown. Instead of fearing it, see it as an adventure. This is your chance to create a life that truly excites you. Third, take action. Not tomorrow, not next week. Start now. Even if it's a small step, even if it's just one thing. Because the moment you take action, you are no longer stuck. You are moving.